Good evening, everybody. Welcome into tonight's broadcast of the matchup between the Savannah Clovers and Georgia FC in the next edition of the Georgia Derby. You're watching live here on NISA Plus. I'm your Clovers man in the booth, Michael Blanton. It's another humid but beautiful evening at Memorial Stadium here in beautiful Savannah, Georgia. Some earlier storms have made way for clear skies and sunshine, perfect for a midweek clash between two fun teams. We had a bit of a mayhem here earlier before getting this game underway. The Georgia FC team bus had some engine trouble, stranding them just a few miles away from the stadium. Some of their staff was delayed in getting here, but all the players were able to make it and get in solid warm-up in time for the game. The Clovers are rounding out their three-game homestand, coming off a loss on Saturday against the second-place Maryland Bobcats, who went home with a late winner in the 89th minute, while Georgia FC last played on May 25th, dropping to the top of the table Michigan Stars 2-0. Both teams will be looking to set things right heading into the weekend. The last Georgia Derby in Savannah was on May 15th, where Savannah edged out a 2-1 win on goals from Zach Hargreaves and Roddy Green. Coach David Proctor was pleased with his past weekend's performance by the Clovers despite the loss. The team fought hard and went toe-to-toe with a seasoned and offensively formidable Bobcats team. He said that the Clovers just need to limit mistakes and see the game out in the end. They must take advantage of their opportunities in front of the net and get some goals in the back of the net. Tonight's lineup will see April's Clovers Player of the Month, Ford Hunt, returning to the starting 11 in defense. This will allow the wingbacks to get up the field while keeping the tight holding midfield unit together. We'll be back after the anthem with our starting lineups and to get this match underway.
Ladies and gentlemen, Haley Schneider. Savannah Clovers Football Club promotes sportsmanship between athletes, coaches, and fans.
Did knock it over, but put it back on.
Welcome back, everybody. As we're preparing to get this game underway, our coin toss has just been completed. Let's start off with tonight's starting lineups. For Georgia FC, led by Coach Jao Garcia. Starting in net, number 24, Nicholas Nelson. Number 2, Kevin Herrera. Number 5, Modu Jadama. Number 6, Jungwoo So. Number 7, Giovanni Rios Hernandez. Number 8, Lamine Janwe. Number 10, Ian Cerro. Number 11, Fabian Rodriguez. Number 14, Patrick Okonkwo. Number 15, Christian Zaragoza. And number 22, Fuad Adeniyi. And for your Savannah Clovers, led by Coach David Proctor, starting in net for the Clovers, number 1, goalkeeper Jack Crichton. Center defender, number 3, Kyle Nelson. Returning to the lineup as mentioned earlier, defender number 17, Ford Hunt. The other central defender, rounding out the three middle defenders, number 4, Daniel De Leon. Playing wide on defense, your captain tonight for the Clovers, number 19, Cameron Schneider. And on the other side opposite of him, Playing defensive role this game, able to get up the wings, number 30, Alejandro Cruz. And in midfield for the Clovers, number 17, Jedediah McLeod. And your midfield general, number 24, Zach Hargreaves. Other midfielder, number 8, Aaron Martinez. And the attacking midfielder, number 10, Corey Lundeen. And rounding out the forwards for tonight, for the Savannah Clovers, who's been on a good run of goal scoring lately, number 11, Roddy Green. I'd like to take a moment here just to mention our sponsors. Want to train like a pro? The Savannah Clovers are now offering a pro-level training experience right here at Memorial Stadium. The first session is scheduled for June 22nd from 3 to 4 p.m. Visit savannahclovers.com/events to sign up. Tonight's referee staff: center referee, Islan Pexanar. Assistant referee, Robert Benj. Assistant referee, Mustafa Masood. And fourth referee and center official on the sideline, Wayne McKee. Our game is underway, folks, with the Zara Soccer Ball, the official ball sponsor of NISA. Georgia FC starting with the tap, sending it back immediately, and Clovers trying to apply some early pressure, leading to a turnover. Some keys to tonight's matchup is definitely going to be Clovers applying pressure, because Georgia FC likes to keep the ball back on defense, waiting for their opportunities. Clovers are going to have to step up and try and intercept some of these passes. Early through ball, Cam Schneider's on it for the Clovers, able to clean it up and sending it back to goalkeeper Jack Crichton for his first touch. And we'll have our first throw into the game. Ball's up line to number 15, Christian Zaragoza for Georgia FC, looking to get them into the box for their first time. Ball's crossed in, and Daniel De Leon with an excellent diving header to clear it out. Ball's still hanging in the area as Schneider has it deep. And up is Nelson, able to get it out, brought down by Corey Lundeen in the middle. Now we'll see the Clovers' first stint of possession here. Taken away by Ian Sarro for Georgia FC. Waiting for help. Has to play it back to So, who now moves to the middle, looking for his pass back. Clovers did well to stay organized, kept the defense back, and the ball comes back to Creighton. Quick turnaround here coming from Saturday's game where they played a tough match against Maryland Bobcats who were visiting, but this is our third match here of nice June home, or rounding out the beginning of June homestand. Clover's able to maintain possession here once again. Hargreaves not aware of that back heel by De Leon as Georgia FC is able to get possession back. Clovers at this moment are content to sit back at half, just keep their shape, stay nice and organized. And that gets him possession back as Lundeen's looking for his next move. Up to Roddy Green. And Adenu does well to intercept that and stop the attack for the Clovers. Georgia FC throw in. Hunt does well to get up and intercept. Jungwoo So collects for Georgia FC. Easy ball back to Modu Jadama. And over to Zaragoza. Long ball up forward. Okonkwo looking on. Ford Hunt does well for the Clovers, who apply pressure and get the ball back up the field. Zaragoza with the throw. Over the head of Okonkwo. Ford Hunt just trying to see this ball out of bounds. Gets run over, and this will be a goal kick for the Clovers. Seeing some early high pressure here from Georgia FC. They want to try and stop this possession by the Clovers, who's traditionally very good bringing the ball out of the back. Very good linking up play with Hargreaves in the middle and building up from there. Crichton ushers his team forward, and he's going to look long. Big hit by Crichton. Over Green, but Cruz does well to bring it down. De Leon under pressure, able to find McLeod, who with a nice one-touch look to Lundin. Out wide for Green, looking for an early ball. Getting across the box with Schneider getting up to it. And that's going to be a Clovers corner kick. Schneider does very well to play it off the defender and earn themselves a free kick here in the early parts of this game. Clovers with some more size on the field are going to get everyone up in the box for some, try and get on the end of this. Hargreaves with an in-swinger. Cleared out by Georgia FC. Looking to break. Here's Okonkwo on it. And Aaron Martinez does excellent ushering it back to Crichton. Crichton looking to pick out Schneider upfield. Gets a head onto it, but has nobody running off. This will be a throw deep in Georgia FC territory. Zaragoza upfield. And a bit of an undercut there on Kevin Herrera stepping up the field. Kyle Nelson lands awkwardly on his back, drawing the foul. Looks like he's going to be good getting up here. Clover's free kick. Hargreaves over the ball. Because of the tough foul, the referee decided to call it back, let Hargreaves retake the kick, as Nelson was a bit slow getting to his feet. De Leon looking for options. Schneider. And back to Hunt. Still seeing a lot of man-to-man pressure here as opposed to some zonal defense that you usually see once a team gets into the attacking half. Limiting options for the usually creative Hargreaves in the midfield. Crichton looking long. And Zaragoza back to his keeper Nelson for his first touch. Nelson looking to play quickly. Okonkwo checking back to receive the ball deep in midfield. Finding Jadama looking upfield. Herrera onto the ball. And good challenge in by Nelson. Wins the Clovers a throw in here. Schneider leaves for Nelson. Lundin wins the header, getting it to Green. Falls to the ground, but able to get back up after a bit of a knock. Green with a bit of knock to the face, but play moves on. Georgia FC recuperates the ball. Ian Cerro making a move, looking out wide to Okonkwo. Cruz does well to win it back for the Clovers. Looking for his options now. as Daniel De Leon resets. Back heel to Cruz. Nelson finding McLeod out wide to Schneider then. Passing to Green. Green looking to give it back to Schneider, and Schneider's pulled down. He had a bit of space between him, and he gets pulled down. We're going to have a free kick here for the Clovers. Traditionally dangerous spot here for the Clovers as Hargreaves can whip a great ball into the box here. Defensive line set up just inside the 18. All the Clovers up into the box. Save for Martinez and Cruz helping out on D to prevent a break. Hargreaves kick into the 18. And Nicholas Nelson, goalkeeper for Georgia FC, able to clean that up. Rios Hernandez in the midfield. Finding Cerro. McLeod applying pressure, wins it for the Clovers. Able to stay with. Denny is able to get it out wide to So. Looking for a breaking of Conquo. Intercepted well by De Leon. Long searching ball over the head and out of bounds, looking for Kevin Herrera on this wing. Clovers throw. And Martinez does well to clean that up in the midfield, resetting to the Clovers defense. Nelson does well to find the pressure as he finds Cam Schneider moving upfield. Georgia FC can only get that ball out of bounds. We'll have a Clovers throw in deep in territory here. Throw by Schneider, looking for McLeod in the box. No options after that as Georgia FC is able to collect. Denny looking to get things going for Georgia FC. Finds So out wide. And De Leon does well to win this ball back for the Clovers as the midfield gets it over to Schneider. Herrera finding Cerro in the midfield. Clovers defense doing very well to get everyone back behind the ball. Herrera. Johnway looking for options. And Georgia has to reset. Clovers now content just to let Georgia FC hold the ball around their back line. Force them to go long and let their big center backs clean it up, as Nelson does here. And he's tripped up from behind. As our center referee, Island Pexanar, issues his first warning. Not a card, but he does not want to see anything further. Otherwise, the cards will start coming. Free kick by Clovers. Fabian Rodriguez applying pressure as Crichton sends it downfield. Denny. Finding Rodriguez checking back. Looking for Johnway on that wide side, but out of bounds for Clovers' throw. Georgia FC seems to be cutting off many of the passing lanes the Clovers like to use in that midfield. Clovers is going to have to get a little more creative here to try and break past that. Finding Lundeen in the channel there. Cerro applying pressure. Long searching ball looking for Roddy Green out wide. Excuse me, Martinez out wide. Out of bounds for a Georgia throw. Nelson cool under pressure, finding his defender, keeping possession for Georgia. As a Denny just has to launch it upfield. Ball did go out of bounds in flight. This will be a Clovers throw in, far side of the field. Green with a flick on, McLeod ushering it on. Back to De Leon. Nelson. Rios Hernandez. Finding Cerro in the midfield. Georgia FC looking to break here. John Way collects. So with a cross into the box. Nelson does well to find McLeod to clean it up. And McLeod's taken down. Draws the foul. We'll have a Clovers free kick. De Leon. De Leon looking for a streaking Lundeen in the middle. Coming together of bodies as Modu Jadama goes up. Does not get enough ball as he takes out Lundeen. Lundeen down on the ground. Referee does whistle for a foul. As we'll get the training staff out on the field just to check on Lundeen. Fans, for the latest scores, stats, and standings and news, please visit nisasoccer.com. Lundeen's all right as he's back to his feet now. Bit of a knock on the head, but he seems to be keeping with it. Due to the stoppage, he will have to step off the field for a moment. But Clover's in a very good spot here to put something on frame. Cam Schneider and Zach Hargreaves discussing what they'd like to do with this free kick. Georgia FC setting a four-man wall 10 yards away. Just about 30 out. Plenty of space to get the ball up and over the wall onto frame. Let's see if they can test out Nelson here. Hargreaves with the take. Ball's up. Through the uprights, but that does not count for 3 points in this football. We'll have a Georgia FC goal kick as Lundeen's able to get back onto the field. First real chance for either team here, taken by Hargreaves on that free kick. As we're about to cross into the 20th minute here, both teams still feeling each other out, trying to maintain possession and find a way through. Chidama Deso on the far side, resetting back to the defense. Now we're going to have Green applying some pressure. Clovers stepping up to everybody. They want to try to win this ball back here. As they now back off. Edieni looking long. And up is De Leon to win. Okonkwo breaking, looking out wide to John Way. John Way with a cross. And over everybody as it's going to go out on the near side here for a Clovers throw-in. Schneider with the throw. Flicked on by Roddy Green, but he's the forward, so nobody's running off. So starting the attack for Georgia. As Denny's now has some space. Looking through for Okonkwo. And Clover's defense does well once again to step in and force the turnover. Crichton's able to collect. Crichton rolls out to Hargreaves. Good pass into Lundeen. Unfortunately, turns himself into pressure as Georgia wins the ball back. Good pressure by Lundeen. Wins it back for the Clovers as McLeod collects and gives it back. On to Martinez. Looking for McLeod. And McLeod turns looking for Roddy Green, but unfortunately coming from an offside position. Flag goes up by our assistant referee on the far side. We'll have a Georgia FC free kick. Pressure by the Clovers on Georgia FC's defense. They keep this pressure up. They might draw some confusion here for Georgia FC. Roddy Green. But Georgia FC's composure doing very well to keep the ball moving. Makes it to Cerro. He's able to keep it. Through ball looking to break. Kevin Herrera breaking, and Kyle Nelson does very well to get a throw a foot at it and get it out of bounds. Clover is able to reset on defense here as Georgia FC has the throw. Excellent sequence just a moment before on that defensive side of the ball for Georgia FC. Able to maintain possession with a lot of Clover's pressure. So breaking to the middle, looking for his options. And Crichton off his line and collecting it in the box for the Clovers. Looking to get started quickly, finds Hargreaves, who sends it to Schneider out wide. Again, the midfield of Georgia FC providing a little bit of trouble for the Clovers. As Kyle Nelson's looking long for Green. Oh, Green thought he run the ball, but unfortunately is whistled for a foul. Georgia FC is able to take the free kick here. Hernandez looking long. Finding John Way. And Cerro to the middle of the field. Herrera looking up. And ball down low, whistled for offsides just as Herrera takes the shot. Good hands by Crichton, but ultimately would not have counted. Cruz out wide. Hunt to Nelson. Nelson looking for Green. Green's able to get onto it and possess. Chidama does well for Georgia FC to win that ball back. Adeniyi looking long for John A. De Leon strong on the ball, winning it back. And a little too physical for the referee here as he blows the whistle for a free kick for Georgia FC. Right around the half mark. Wide to Zaragoza. Zaragoza finding Herrera in the middle. Back to Cerro. Cerro lines up for a shot, draws pressure. Ultimately decides against it as it's outweighed to Johnway. Johnway loses it. Able to recollect. Georgia FC throw. Intercepted by Cruz. And a bit of a miss pass there as the ball trickles out of bounds for another Georgia FC throw in. Cerro looking to reset play on the other side of the field. Out wide here to Zaragoza. And excellent step by Nelson, getting that ball away from Herrera's feet. Throwing upfield, looking for Okonkwo. And Savannah's defense does well to intercept once again. Hargreaves looking to get something going on the far side of the field. Fortunately, Cruz runs over so. Giving Georgia FC a free kick. Denny. Lundin goes up, comes to the ground. Nelson does well to step in once again. And a bit of a tussle here as both Zaragoza and Schneider come down on the field. Just a tangle of feet, but it is a free kick for Georgia FC, taken quickly. So with a move around Cruz on the outside as he's getting into the box, looking for John A. And John A, bit of a tap there, swing and a miss. Clover is able to collect and make a break of their own here. McLeod finding Green out wide. Lundin checks, McLeod on, Green running through. Green with a volley on the flick over and just wide of the goal. Excellent, excellent sequence by the Savannah Clovers. That counterattack showing just how dangerous they can be with their one-touch passing. Excellent creativity, excellent attack for Savannah Clovers as Green is able to make something happen there.
Well done, buddy. Come on.
Familiar drums of our First City supporters here, banging on and ushering the crowd into a Let's Go Clovers chant. Another good crowd here tonight for a Wednesday night game. Bit of an errant back pass. Cruz was looking to get it back to Crichton, but the ball takes a skip on the turf, and John A is able to get onto it looking for a cross. Ford Hunt does well to intercept. That's one of those mistakes that Coach Proctor is looking to make sure that the Clovers don't continue to make, because that can lead to damage. Rios Hernandez looking for an option. And Hunt does well to come away with the ball. Looking to break. And just a bit too much for Roddy Green, unable to get to it. Georgia FC with many good sequences of possession here. Not able to do much with it in the end just yet, but knocking on the door. They're getting to the box and getting to the 18. Clover standing strong, able to intercept. Excellent defense, just looking to continue to break. Ball does get played through, and Roddy Green, unfortunately, offsides once again. Another thing Georgia FC is doing very well is keeping an eye on where Roddy Green is and moving as a unit. There's two Georgia FC center backs on the same wavelength. Why did NE? Looking long. Okonkwo on De Leon's back. De Leon does well to one-touch it out. Okonkwo's having a go. And no trouble for Crichton, as that technically results in his first save of the game. Able to pick it up and get it out quick. Hargreaves looking for an option. Pressure coming from behind. And a reset to Ford Hunt. Looking long. Looking to get Cameron Schneider on it. Zaragoza does well to turn and get that out of play. Clover's throw. Cam Schneider looking upfield. Lundeen making a run. Chidama able to get it out for Georgia FC as they regain possession. John A on the wide side. Excellent defensive work by Cruz. Now looking to break the Clovers forward. Looking across field, not quite the right ball as it's intercepted by Georgia FC. Clovers luckily able to continue with players behind the ball as they intercept it themselves. De Leon looking upfield. And a tough foul as he runs over Rios on the outside. Some more words of caution from our center referee, Islan Pexanar. Nothing intentional from De Leon, but a little bit of wild contact out there as he was getting upfield. Fans, do you want to stock up on some Savannah Clovers FC gear? Please visit our website at savannahclovers.com/store. Your home for all your Clovers fan needs. And Georgia FC just cycling the ball back around the midfield, checking into Rios Hernandez. Back to Zaragoza. Lundin with the interception. Some good footwork to maintain possession here, finding Hargreaves. Another intercepted pass, but Cam Schneider does well to win it back for the Clovers. And we're going to have a stoppage of play here. Clovers had possession, so no trouble. Just looks like we might have an injury here to De Leon as he has to step over to the sideline. Drop ball here to Hunt. Clovers with a few more errant passes than you usually see as they're looking to really get things going. Almost a little too anxious. Just need to bide their time. Looking long, a lot of pressure. Zaragoza does well to intercept. And Georgia FC switching field of play here to the far side. Finding So able to have a little space in front of them. So looking forward to Okonkwo into the box. Crichton on. Excellent work by Daniel De Leon stepping back onto the field to make a key defensive play for the Clovers. Dangerous through ball from Jungwoo So finding Patrick Okonkwo getting into the box for Georgia FC. Crichton did well to force him wide, giving De Leon a chance to get behind him to make the defensive play and keep that ball out of the net. We will have a Georgia FC corner kick. Left-footed outswinger, not able to get past Nelson as the first man. But everybody back for the Clovers leaves Georgia FC able to collect. John A. on the other side of the field, long ball into the box. Crichton spills it. And Georgia FC puts it in the back of the net. Bit of a miscue here for Jack Crichton and the Clovers. Crichton did well to read that ball in the air, got clean hands to it, bumped into his own defender, and unfortunately spilled it going to the ground. Number 5, Modu Jordana getting onto the end of the ball, able to put it into the net as Crichton was on the ground. Tough break for the Savannah Clovers here. 38th minute. Georgia FC 1, Savannah Clovers 0. Let's see how the Clovers can respond here with a few minutes left here in this first half. Hunt looking for Lundin. Ball skirts by Ford Hunt as he has to pull down Okonkwo, getting past him, and he will earn a yellow card for that. Sometimes this AstroTurf or fake grass puts an awkward spin on the ball. Sometimes tough to get on the end of. Ford Hunt had to make that professional foul there. Here in the 39th minute, he'll go in the books with that yellow card. Free kick coming to Georgia FC. Still a ways from goal, but enough of a dangerous place to be as they get their team onto the 18. Cerro with the ball into the box. Okonkwo able to get ahead to it. And it does go out of bounds. Called for offsides. Crichton looking for a quick start. Hunt with a man on, unable to complete the pass. Herrera has a long go. Kyle Nelson getting in front, able to block that. That ball looked to have a bit of pace on it. Would have been on frame. Georgia FC still applying a lot of pressure here on this Clovers team. Really disrupting their ability to keep possession and string something together. Clovers with some pressure. Back to Nelson. Cerro does well to get it out wide to John A. John A with some options. Loses the ball to Cruz. Cerro able to pick it up. And Herrera gets a left foot to it. Hunt was in the way all the time, and Crichton's able to clean that up. And Hargreaves a bit too much for Schneider, unable to collect that on the near side here. Zaragoza to throw. Looking far upfield. Nelson able to intercept in the air. Green does well. Clovers do get the ball back, and now Hargreaves has a little space to work in the midfield. Finding Schneider. Lundeen to Hargreaves. McLeod with a flick on. Read well by Georgia FC. Cerro looking to make the break. Out wide to John A. De Leon applying pressure. Cuts in on the right. Still on the right. Down goes De Leon. John A still has the ball. Excellent defending one-on-one by De Leon on the outside, keeping John A in front of him. Green collects for the Clovers as they look to get something going here. Finding McLeod in the middle. Wide to Cruz. Cruz to Martinez. Finding Cruz out wide again. Cruz does get to it, but unfortunately out of bounds across the touchline. Georgia FC goal kick. 43rd minute here. Georgia FC is likely just going to look to try and see this game into half. Seeing the Clovers step up, trying to apply a little pressure here. So, and back around as So did get clipped. Falls to the ground. We'll wait and see what happens here. Zaragoza maintains possession for Georgia FC. So is back up to his feet on the far side. Out of bounds for a throw. Hargreaves stepping up, makes a tough challenge. Denying Cerro the ball. Clover's going to pressure high once again. Force the long ball. And up is Nelson for the win. Back pass intercepted by Lundeen. Finding McLeod. Green looking for options. So steps in to help and forces an errant pass. Gonna have a one-on-one battle here with Ford Hunt. And Okonkwo on his heels. Hunt does well to keep possession as he gets help from De Leon stepping back. Now McLeod checking back for some possession, finding Schneider, looking for Green. Denny does well, but Green intercepts. Clovers have the ball in the box. Green with a rip down low to the left of the goalkeeper, and Nelson does well getting down to smother that. Good defense by Georgia FC, stopping that errant pass from the Clovers. Roddy Green making a menace of himself, intercepting that, doing very well. De Leon, Hargreaves. Jungwoo So with a lot of pressure for Georgia FC. And back to Hargreaves. Green does well to check and find McLeod, maintaining this possession. In the 45th minute here, our center referee, Wayne McKee, announcing 1 minute of stoppage time. As the Clovers looking forward, Lundin finding Cruz wide. Cruz gets the ball into the box. Nobody on the end of it, but McLeod is running on. They will have a little bit of time here to get a ball back in. Ball's up. Falls to De Leon in the box. And ball ushered out, maintaining possession. Let's have one last chance here for the Clovers. De Leon still up in there, looking for it, calling for it. Gets ahead onto it. Nelson, ball's in. Falls to Roddy Green's feet and blocked on the line and out of bounds for a goal kick. What a scramble in the box. De Leon getting up on that far side. Great ball in by Kyle Nelson. Goalkeeper Nicholas Nelson comes in to meet him, not able to field it cleanly. We do have a Georgia FC player down, receiving treatment now. Looks to be Jungwoo So down on the field. He'll be getting up, though. He seems to be okay. Once the ball is played back in, surely to be the last play, and whistle will be blown for halftime. Ball was in play, blown dead. Referee drops it to Nicholas Nelson and blows the whistle here for your first half. At the end of the first half here, folks, Savannah Clovers 0, Georgia FC 1. Modu Jadama getting on the end of a scuffle in the box, putting Georgia FC up 1-0. Let's take a moment here, recognize some of our sponsors. Jalapenos Mexican Grill has been the Savannah area's favorite place for authentic Mexican food for 26 years. Jalapenos offers an extensive menu of traditional and fusion Mexican food with endless choices. With 8 locations across the Savannah area, Jalapenos Mexican Grill is your place for authentic Mexican food. Spa Blue is the official day spa of the Savannah Clovers. Voted best local spa since 2011. Visit Spa Blue today. Optum Orthopedics is the exclusive orthopedic provider of Savannah Clovers Football Club. Whether it's computerized testing for concussions or proactive approaches that prevent injuries, Optum Orthopedics is proud to help these athletes excel on the field while providing the finest care in the Southeast. For more information, visit OptumOrthopedics.com. Stay on top of the latest Savannah Clovers news by following us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. For news, tickets, and to join the Clovers newsletter, visit SavannahClovers.com. And fans, you can cheer on your favorite NISA club all season long by visiting Passage, the official ticketing partner of NISA. Find tickets for NISA matches at tickets.nisasoccer.com. We'll be back in a little bit, folks, as we get our second half underway. I'm Mike Blanton, your man in the booth, and we'll be back. And welcome back, everybody. We are just getting ready to start this second half here at Memorial Stadium in sunny Savannah, Georgia. As the sun's beginning to go down, still a very beautiful evening for soccer. Just to recap, we have the Clovers with 0, Georgia FC visiting up 1. A lot of back and forth action in that first half. Georgia FC able to collect the ball, make a little bit of something out of nothing on a ball that happened to spill out of goalkeeper Jack Crichton's hands. They were able to clean it up and put it in the back of the net. As we're preparing to get underway here, fans, check out NISA's new streaming platform, NISA Plus. Your home for the latest content, highlights, and live matches. It's all here. All the action, all in one place, only on NISA Plus. We'll be sure to keep track of any changes that we have here at halftime and report back to you. Looking like much the same lineup here for the Clovers coming out. They will be starting with the ball, going from left side to your right side here on the screen. Clovers are going to want to apply a lot of pressure and run. Sure, Coach David Proctor getting into them at halftime with a speech. Tell them to leave it all out on the field. Very evenly matched here with Georgia FC. They can certainly strike, get a couple goals in the back of the net, and continue playing good defense. And we're back underway, folks, here for the second half. Roddy Green kicking that Zara official match soccer ball of NISA into play as it cycles back to Ford Hunt. Over to De Leon. Martinez to Cruz. Already seeing a lot of movement here by the Clovers and already pushing some folks forward. See Kyle Nelson stepping out real wide from a center back position, hoping to get something going here for the Clovers. As mentioned, we're going to see a lot of pressure already to start. Clovers want to score and score quick. Rodriguez collecting, resetting back to Herrera Zaragoza for Georgia FC. This is Rios Hernandez resets. Ball played forward, intercepted by Nelson. And a bit of tangled feet here. Looked like Herrera getting mixed up with McLeod. That's going to be a free kick for Georgia FC. Relatively dangerous position depending on what they're doing with the ball here. Clovers have to get back and reset their defense. Georgia FC is going to get their big men up into the box here as the defense sets at the top of the 18. Sarah over the ball. Left-footed swinger coming into the box. And Lamine Johnway getting to the end of it. Crichton able to clean it up. As he plays out to Hargreaves. A lot of early pressure by Georgia FC. Not much Crichton can do with that. He just has to get it out of the bounds and out of pressure. Georgia FC throw. Rios Hernandez resetting again. Ball's getting into Herrera at the top of the 18. Takes a bit of a skip, and he launches it clear over the goal. Good opportunity for Georgia FC early in the second half, but out of bounds. Clovers goal kick. Crichton ushering everybody up for the Clovers. Going to look long here. Ball's up high. Roddy Green checking back to flick it on. McLeod almost gets to the end of it. Georgia FC does well to clean it up. Bit of a nudge from Okonkwo. Gets possession as Sarah running on. Some defensive mix-up as Hunt gets pushed over, and that will be a foul on Georgia FC. Clovers free kick. Crichton drives the ball forward, looking for Green again. Jungwoo So up to challenge. Does fall to Lundin. Lundin moving forward on his left. Puts the ball through. Striking through Schneider. Schneider goes down to ground. And no call. Schneider looking for a possible foul as he was able to skip that ball past Nelson. But nothing going, out of bounds for a throw-in. Excellent work by the Clovers getting forward. Lundin driving forward in that midfield on his left foot. Finds the streaky Cam Schneider. Long ball in. Ball's up. There's Cruz. Lundin comes in with a strike. Easily deflected. Clover's doing well to keep possession here in that attacking third. Out wide to Cruz. Cruz looking for the early cross. Flicked on. De Leon controls well, finding Cruz again. Up line, back to Cruz. Back to Lundin. Lundin with a cross. Into McLeod. Excellent save by Nelson. Quick header in by McLeod. Nelson sprawling to give it everything he has and keeps that ball out of the net. Keep it up, Clovers. Excellent sequence. Will be another throw in here by De Leon. John A goes to ground with a bit of an injury here. Inadvertent on the slide. He may have taken a knock to the face. John A taking his time to get up. Pat on the back by Lundin. No ill intention, of course. We'll have a Clover's throw deep in FC territory here. De Leon with a long ball into the box. So does well to get it out. Only as far as De Leon tracking back. All the way back to Crichton. And all the way back up front. Cruz coming onto it. Cruz already with plenty of touches here in the second half. Finding Martinez streaking up line. And Lundin across the field looking for Kyle Nelson. Wide to Schneider. Schneider early ball into the box. Lundin looking to flick it on. And comes to Nicholas Nelson's feet. Clover's marking everyone up forward, preventing the short distribution as Nelson goes long with it. Bit of a misheader there by Hunt. De Leon does well to clean it up. Pressure by Martinez wins it for the Clovers. Tries to get to Roddy Green in the box. But Adeni does well to clean it up for Georgia FC. Clovers quick with the throw. Flick on by McLeod. Cruz looking for options. Cruz, big ball into the box. Nicholas Nelson up to command his box and bring it down cleanly. Do have a whistle. We've got a man down for Georgia FC once again. as will have treatment stepping out on the field. Not sure if Denny out there looks to be on the field as he's slowly getting back up to his feet. Slowly limps off. He will have to take a minute off before he's welcomed back on by our officials. Folks, Hotel Planner is NISA's official hotel reservation partner. Fans can get discounted hotel rates to attend NISA matches, tournaments, or personal travel. Visit nisa.hotelplanner.com to book your next trip today. Looks like this will result in a substitution here for Georgia FC as Adeni's night looks to be done. Stepping onto the field for Georgia FC is number 17, Victor Valencia. Looks like Victor Valencia will be taking an outside back position. Jungwoo So stepping into the middle. He'll play alongside Modou Jadama. As we're back underway here, Hargreaves under pressure, able to win it back. Lundeen looking to get something going here. There's some of the quick passing that we've come accustomed to for the Clovers. De Leon with the ball into space, trying to find Cruz. Martinez brings it down, but only under pressure by Cerro. And a clip on the heels will result in a free kick for Georgia FC right here at the 50-yard mark. And Valencia's first touch, he's looking long. Kyle Nelson does well to intercept under a lot of pressure from Herrera. Bit of a back and forth battle here in the midfield. Comes down to Valencia. Ball up forward. Kyle Nelson does well to intercept once again. Finding Green, streaking into the box. Cuts it back. On is McLeod. McLeod goes to ground, but it's going to be called the other way. Looks like Jungwoo So got in the way. McLeod kicked him and will be a Georgia FC free kick in the box. Inadvertent contact once again. McLeod just trying to do everything he can to get onto the end of that pass by Roddy Green, who did very well getting to the byline. Cutting it back across the 18, or across the 6, I should say. What we old timers will call a Bangu ball. And the whistle blown to get play underway once again. Jadama will take the free kick. As we hear our fans ushering on the Clovers. Looks like Georgia FC is going to do everything they can to burn clock as much as possible. Jadama steps away, leaving the ball for Nelson. Looks like we've got a bit of a handball called here. Whoop, or out of bounds, pardon me. Whoop, minor misthrow by De Leon. Gets back in bounds. McLeod applying pressure. And throw in for Georgia FC. Okonkwo and Ford in the battle in the corner. And Ford Hunt does well. Ooh, interesting call. Will be out of bounds for a Georgia FC throw. Ford Hunt thought he was able to get that off of Okonkwo, but officials did not see that. Georgia FC throw, Valencia to take, deep in Clovers territory. Hunt does well to get up and repel that ball as it's cleared out of bounds. Clovers getting everyone up to put this under pressure. And it's actually going to result in a offsides call. Roddy Green had run past, putting Jadama under pressure. Checks back and wins it, but comes from an offside position to do so. Ergo the whistle. As we're in the 60th minute, still looking for a little bit more flow to open up this second half. Clovers has been playing much more intense and much better compared to the first half, finding an extra stride in their step, but still lacking a little bit of flow to this game. John A. getting to the box under a lot of pressure, looking for his options. Puts it across, intercepted by Ford Hunt. Still going is Hunt. Hunt able to lay it off for Lundin. And Clovers do well. Out to Cruz wide. Cruz looking for an early ball, deflected. So does well for Georgia FC to get that ball out of danger. And tough challenge in by Daniel De Leon on John A. Picks him up off the ground. And a bit of antics here. Daniel De Leon looking to just get the game going. Tries picking up Lamine John A, who has no interest in being done so. Falls back to the ground, and under a bit of a chuckle from our center referee here, earns a yellow card here in the 61st minute. Clovers taking this time off here to introduce their first substitute of the game. Coming off the field, number 30, Alejandro Cruz, who put in an excellent shift running that wing up and down. Stepping on the field is big man and striker Lester Hayes III. He'll be occupying that number 9 position, hoping to connect with Roddy Green and Jed McLeod as they all work together very well. Nelson looking long. Finding the other Nelson. Wrong team, though. As Kyle Nelson collects, looking for options for the Clovers. Back to him, going upfield, finding Roddy Green for his first action on the wide side. Hargreaves under pressure, back to Daniel De Leon. Up is Cam Schneider, finding McLeod. McLeod with a touch, but so over to clean it up. John A trying to get a flick past Daniel De Leon, but out of bounds. We'll have a Clovers throw. Hargreaves out wide to De Leon, up to Schneider. Looking to catch Hayes on a run. So does well to intercept for Georgia FC. Hayes controls, looking for Martinez. And forcing So to throw a ball into the box. And we have 2 players down here for Georgia FC. So back to his feet. It looks like Valencia is still down on the ground. Might have taken a hit to the face here. Pardon me, that was Rios Hernandez that had gone to ground. Inadvertent knock to the face, but back to his feet. Looks to be okay. Folks, located at 2601 Whitaker Street, Chef Rico Restaurant Equipment Company is your go-to for food service equipment and supply experts. Contact Chef Rico at sales@chefrico.com for more information. As our center referee calmly walks the ball back towards the center of the field, we'll have a drop ball here. And our official soccer ball sponsor of NISA, the ball provided by Zara, is placed back into play. Out wide for Zaragoza. Rodriguez with some footwork trying to get the ball through, but nobody on the other end of the pass. Clovers do well to clean it up, and here's Hargreaves starting the offense. Out wide to Nelson. Nelson looking for Lundeen, flicks it on to Hayes. What can Hayes see here? Hayes on to Martinez, trying to get it back to Hayes. Intercepted by John Hayes, stepping to the center of the field. Herrera taking on Nelson. Nelson does very well to stand up to that pressure and will go out of bounds once again for a Clovers throw-in. Hargreaves. Clipped from behind by Okonkwo. We'll have a Clovers free kick. Taken quickly out to De Leon. Finding Roddy Green out wide. Green heads it back, but sideline official seeing that ball out of bounds before he's able to do so. Lester Hayes providing a little muscle, knocking down So. Be a Georgia FC free kick deep into their territory. So looking long. Ford Hunt lets it go. Under pressure by Herrera. Kicks out at Nelson and earns himself a yellow card for it. Clover's free kick. As Kyle Nelson limps away after being hit from behind. Yellow card issued to Kevin Herrera here in the 67th minute. As Crichton looks long. Trying to pick out big man Lester Hayes. Excellent in the air. Clovers are able to retain possession. Hargreaves bumped off the ball. Throw in deep in Georgia FC territory. Bit of a kerfuffle down there on the line results in a Clovers throw. Cam Schneider taking, looking for Hayes. Hayes gets to the box. And is able to see it out. We will have a Clovers corner kick. Hayes doing well to maintain possession and forcing the ball out of bounds off Georgia FC. Let's see what the Clovers can do with this here in the 69th minute. Ball's up by Hargreaves, gets to Hayes. Or pardon me, Nelson at that near post, unable to direct it down, goes out of bounds. We will have a goal kick for Georgia FC. Just about 20 minutes left. You're going to see Georgia FC doing everything they can to burn out as much clock as possible. But pressure by Savannah Clovers is able to force an errant touch by Georgia FC. Have to go long, and De Leon's able to clean it up as it's cleared out. Now it's out wide to Cam Schneider. Rios Hernandez looking long, picking out Herrera. Kyle Nelson getting on his horse looking to intercept. Excellent work by Kyle Nelson getting the ball up the field. Cam Schneider resetting his forward hike and push. Wide to Lundeen checking back. Little number 10 on number 10 action as he's facing up Cerro with the ball for FC. Green was looking for Hargreaves, but a bit nonchalant with the pass, unable to get to him. Hunt to Martinez. Now McLeod able to turn in midfield. Chung Woo So stepping out of his center back position. To Rodriguez. Finds Valencia and all the way back to Nelson. Clovers throw. Green back to Hargreaves, looking for options. Finds De Leon in the center of the park. Back to De Leon under pressure from Okonkwo. Hunt. Resets to Crichton. De Leon looking to a streaking Cam Schneider. Hayes getting to the box, puts it across. Cleaned up well by Jadama for Georgia FC. Great ball forward originally by Daniel De Leon. But we do have something cooking here for Georgia FC as John Way gets to the box. Right foot. What a save, Jack Crichton. Johnny cuts into his right foot, hits a pill. Jack Crichton sprawling two-handed save, getting up high and to his left. We will have a Georgia FC corner kick. In the meantime, Georgia FC looking to make another change. With number 2, Kevin Herrera, taking his time getting off the field. And stepping on in his place is going to be number 9, Alexander Fillion. Ball's up. Crichton under a lot of pressure, able to collect it cleanly as he goes to ground. Excellent string of goalkeeping for Jack Crichton. Pings a ball, sidestep to McLeod perfectly as McLeod's looking up the field. Clover's throw up into Georgia FC territory. Hayes able to bring it down, finds McLeod, but unable to connect after that. Does get cleared out and back to the Clovers though as Ford Hunt cleans it up. De Leon. And unfortunately, ball goes out of bounds. Cross the line will be goal kick. And Nelson with a little bit of gamesmanship. Knocking the ball away, walking to get it, burning some clock here. All players seeing out a game will do their best to burn as much clock as possible. As a former goalkeeper myself, I have done much the same. Ball is back in play, though. Nelson does well to gain control here. De Leon looking upfield. Collected by Lundin in the middle. Out wide to Green. Green stepping into the middle of the park.
Coach, do you want it now? No, not
And Green goes to ground with a foul. Dangerous spot here for the Clovers. Most recent sub, number 9, Alexander Fillion, trying to step in and make a play on Green. Takes him out. Will result in a Clovers free kick here. Dangerous spot for Hargreaves to put this ball in the box as Clovers get everyone up. Ball's in. Looking for Hayes. Gets past Hayes. Gets past Lundin. Clovers unfortunately unable to do anything with that ball. Excellent ball to the far side of the box by Zach Hargreaves. But across the touchline for a Georgia FC goal kick. Might have been a bit of miscommunication there as they are both on sides. Didn't know if Lundin or Hayes, neither one of them able to get to the end of it. Ball hit long. Getting past Kyle Nelson. Okonkwo kicks out his feet, unfortunately. Not sure what he was trying to do there. No play on the ball, but it does result in a yellow card on number 14 for Georgia FC. Hargreaves looking for Schneider, getting into the box. Schneider, a bit of a swing and a miss. Does get to it, but out of bounds once again. We'll have another goal kick for Georgia FC. Short ball played to So. Lundin stepping up. So looking to go long, just blast it clear off Lundin. Reset and do it once again. Nicholas Nelson once again taking his time, getting this game back underway. Going long. Cam Schneider rises to meet it. Valencia with the throw. Finding Okonkwo. And some of the first action from the most recent Clovers sub, number 23, Vladimir Jokic. Takes down Okonkwo with that challenge. We'll have a Georgia FC free kick about 45 yards out from goal. Defense getting set just inside the 18. As Ian Sarrows over the ball for Georgia FC. Left-footed ball is up. And out of bounds over the touchline. We'll have a Clovers goal kick. Jack Crichton looking to get things started as quick as he can. Ball flicked on, picked up by Corey Lundeen in the middle. Martinez well to navigate the midfield, looking for options. Fortunately taken off the ball. Jokic doing well to get back and play some defensive work here. That earlier sub, number 23, we've had Vladimir Jokic stepping on for the Clovers, taking the place of Jedediah McLeod. Roddy Green getting to the box, looking for an option, has it go, deflected. And a tussle over the ball, called for the foul. With Christian Zaragoza going to the ground for Georgia FC. Clovers not liking that call much. Ball deflected out of bounds by Nelson. Georgia FC throw. And Rios Hernandez looking to change field of play for Georgia FC. Valencia getting upfield. John Way in support. Rodriguez back to Valencia. Cam Schneider intercepts, does well defensively. As Lundeen checks back to receive ball. Finding Martinez in the middle of the park under pressure. Picks out Hargreaves, who goes out wide to Green. Green a bit heated on that far side of the field. As we are back in play, coming across to Schneider. Schneider trying to pick out Hayes, who brings it down. Lundeen off. And rattles around as Rios Hernandez able to pick it up for Georgia FC. Trying to mount a break here. Sarah's looking forward. Picking out Philly in wide. Kyle Nelson does well to intercept, taking the ball off Rios Hernandez. Excellent defensive work by Kyle Nelson. Certainly been one of the defensive standouts here for the Clovers in this game. Hargreaves ahead. Finds Lundeen to Hayes. De Leon in the middle of the park now. Jokic out wide. Trying to split the defenders. So does well to step out of the center back position to dispossess. Throw by Valencia here in the 83rd minute. Clovers starting to swarm, looking to get possession back. Forcing a turnover. Cam Schneider rises to pick the ball up. But out for a Georgia FC throw. Valencia again, mulling his options on this throw. Schneider does well to step up and intercept. Gets that ball to the middle of the field as Lundeen is back on it. Trying to pick out Jokic, streaking into the box. De Leon has a go just outside. Deflected back to Jokic. Looking for options. Valencia keeps it in. Cross to Sarah, who's looking to make an option here. And just gets as far as Kyle Nelson, able to clean up and reset to Crichton. Crichton getting it going, back to Hargreaves. Martinez. And a bit of an errant pass will be a Georgia FC throw. Clovers fans, the action continues on June 22nd right here at Memorial Stadium. Your Savannah Clovers take the field against the Michigan Stars. Kickoff is set for 5 p.m. Gates open at 4. Tickets are available on savannahclovers.com. If you can't make it to the game, be sure to stream the game on NISA Plus. And also like to take a moment, a special message to all youth athletes. Teens and adolescents that use e-cigarettes are at a greater risk for smoking. Savannah Clovers Football Club and the Coastal Health District encourage all youth to avoid using e-cigarettes and electronic vapes. Don't lose your competitive edge. Visit coastalhealthdistrict.org for more information. As we're getting ready to be back under play, Georgia FC has just made 2 substitutions. Clovers getting back up the field, resulting in throw-in for the Clovers. Jokic looking to go quick. And our referee ushering the ball back a little too far up the line. As Cam Schneider throws it in. Hayes looking for his flick option. Wide to Jokic. And new substitution on the field, number 27. That's Jared Daniel, making the defensive stop there for Georgia FC. Schneider again throws it in. And Clovers getting into the action again, once again, into the box. We'll have a Clovers corner kick. Ball's up. And Nicholas Nelson does well to get a hand on it as he's put under pressure by Hayes. Nelson now slow to get up. Ball back in play by Nelson. Big hop, tough to handle by De Leon. De Leon stepping up to more of a midfielder position, trying to get some numbers up for the Clovers. Long ball up the field and on the throw by Valencia. Jokic does well to bring it down. Hunt comes in to clean it up. Valencia to Daniel, looking forward. Fillion's onside, getting into the box, looking for options. Left foot across. Crichton does well to intercept. Good block by Crichton. Looking like Fillian's trying to get that ball across to a streaking backside player. Crichton does well to intercept. Valencia again to take the throw, taking his time. Up to Fillian. And Crichton cleans it up, looking for quick options here. Going long for Hayes. Hayes with excellent control to bring it down, gets the turn, and taken out by Valencia. Valencia will earn himself a yellow card here for that. Free kick just on the Georgia FC side of the field. Clover's going to throw everything they can at the offensive side here, just outside of the 18. High line by Georgia FC's defense. Cam Schneider with the ball up. And bit of a missed kick there by Schneider, getting that ball into the box as it doesn't go towards any player. Nelson able to come out of his goal. Plays it off the chest, waits for pressure, picks it up. Nelson to Nelson once again is big man for the Clovers intercepts. As our center referee indicates, 6 minutes of stoppage time here to end out this game. Clovers will have more chances. Rios Hernandez intercepting, loses the ball to Martinez. And a foul in the middle of the park. Clovers wanted a bit of a break there, but ref does stop the play. Rios Hernandez earning himself a yellow card, bit of a dissent. As again, Clovers will get everyone up. Crichton plays it short for Hargreaves. Hargreaves able to get a better ball in the box. Picks out Hunt. Nobody running off of Hunt. Nelson's able to pick up the ball under pressure. Georgia FC is still getting all their players up the field, trying to spread out the Clovers so the Clovers don't provide too much pressure in their offensive half. Bouncing around, finding Fillian. A lot of options here for Georgia FC. Daniel onto the ball. Crichton coming out. Ball's across and kicked over the goal. Almost an open net for Georgia FC. As Fabian Rodriguez goes to ground. Burning a little clock himself here, as it was out of bounds for a Clovers goal kick. Hargreaves a bit upset with that player going down almost for no reason. Earns himself a yellow card for yelling at the referee. Short ball taken. And yellow card will be issued to Fabian Rodriguez. Play stopped. He went down. He should be stepping off the field until they usher him back on, but he stayed on the field. Results in a yellow card. Now Georgia FC head coach Jao Garcia getting into the yellow card action. Clovers just looking to play some ball here. Hargraves switching field. Picking out Nelson. Nelson going long. Chidama up to clean that up nicely for Georgia FC. Gets as far as Smokowitz on the outside, one of the recent subs, as we've got a 3-on-1. Rodriguez with the left, slows it up. Back out to Smokowitz. Cerro on the ball. Cuts into the box, puts it on his left. Rodriguez. Clovers close it down nicely. Rodriguez still has the ball. Cam Schneider able to get out of danger, out to Roddy Green. Jadama not able to get the ball clear of Hayes. Finds its way out to Jokic. Will be a Clovers throw, though. Clovers must work with a little haste here. Cam Schneider launches it into the mixer. Jungwoo So does well to get it out. Nelson looking for an option, but doesn't find anyone on that header. As Daniels able to pick it up and streak down the left side. Gets it in a run. Left-footed take, picking up the ball is number 9, Alexander Fillion, putting it on his left foot and just getting it by Jack Crichton. Unfortunately, Clovers were caught out, resulting in another goal for Georgia FC in the waning moments of this game. Here, late in stoppage time, Georgia FC doubles their lead to 2. Clovers 0. Always a tough situation for a team that's down, looking to push everything forward. Trying to make something happen, get back on level terms, can always leave you open defensively. Unfortunately, it seems like the case here is Clovers just seem to run out of a bit of steam. 27, Jared Daniel getting down that left side, getting into the box. Picking out Alexander Fillion, number 9 for Georgia FC. Clovers looking long. Lester Hayes trying to get the ball. Nicholas Nelson keen to earn a yellow card there for some time wasting, not giving the ball up. Because Clovers do have a corner kick. Ball's up, looking deep. And trickles out for Georgia FC goal kick. As we're about 6 minutes into this stoppage time, there has been some stoppage within stoppage time. May have another moment or two. Nelson up well to win that ball. Roddy Green trying to get to the end of it. And was out of bounds for a throw-in. Georgia FC in no hurry to get this ball back into play. Surely will be blown here for full time soon. Free kick for the Clovers. To Hargreaves. Hargreaves going to look for an option here, trying to get it up as quick as possible. Sees De Leon. De Leon to Jokic. And ladies and gentlemen, that's your full-time whistle. Results of tonight's match. Georgia FC 2, Your Savannah Clovers 0. Tough match here in full time for the Savannah Clovers. Quick turnaround from this weekend's game where they left everything out on the field against the Bobcats. They did much the same here with a tough match fought against Georgia FC visiting. As it looks like in stoppage time here, or the end of the game here, Aaron Martinez, number 8, picking up a yellow card as time expired. Fans, just like to leave you with a few messages here. Security Associates of Coastal Georgia is uniquely positioned to provide exceptional security services for companies throughout coastal Georgia. With offices in Savannah and Atlanta, SACG offers customized security solutions for your specific security needs. For more information, visit securityacg.com. iHeart Dental goes the extra mile to make sure you have an extraordinary visit. From remarkable customer service in a relaxing environment, our mission is making a true impact on your life and your health. We are authentic, compassionate, friendly, and everything we do is to enhance your dental experience. Visit iHeartDental.com for more information. Folks, the Savannah Clovers return to Memorial Stadium on Saturday, June 22nd at 5 p.m. to take on the Michigan Stars FC. You can purchase tickets now at tickets.nisasoccer.com. You can also purchase tickets at savannahclovers.com. Once again, this has been full time. Georgia FC visiting 2, Savannah Clovers 0. Thank you for visiting tonight. I've been your man in the booth for your Savannah Clovers, Michael Blanton, and we will see you next time. Thank you.